welcome to Looking Glass Letterbox for another day of Teatime and Tarot. This is a general reading. It's not for any particular person, any particular question. It's a shuffle of the cards to see what the tarot serves up to consider today. If it resonates with you, if it connects, wonderful. Hopefully it can be helpful to you as you go about doing what you need to do over the next couple days. If not, then leave it. It's not for you. We are going to go ahead and begin with here. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I realize that it is valuable, so thank you for sharing some of it with me. Okay, and the first card on the table we have is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so Queen of Wands is about holding center stage, being bold, being charismatic, being very magnetic, showing up in a fire element, which is related to strength and so how you physically show up in the space, the energy that you bring, how you behave, how you engage, how you interact. The Queen of Wands, she's a boss, but she does what it is that she wants to do and what she needs to do, and really is enthusiastic about what it is that she's attempting to create. But she keeps all of that in alignment with her principles and beliefs. Okay, so she has a real firm center of integrity in what it is that she is attempting to create with all that fire energy there. All right, and also is curious, because the cat here, I'm drawn to the cat here, that is sort of exemplifies the mystery within the process of trying to create something outside of yourself and integrate it into your life and how you behave and the things that you do and the people that you interact with and what you are attempting to manifest external to yourself through all of those efforts. There's a mystery within that process that is curious and fascinating and interesting. So knowing what she wants is a big part of the Queen of Wands, being very clear about what she wants and how she's going to show up and engage to endeavor towards whatever that goal is, while also recognizing that there is a mysterious element to that. So there's a road of discovery available to her on that road as well. And again, don't get it's a divine feminine energy, but it's non-gender specific. So this could be a fire sign. It could be male, female, he, she, they, however you identify. This is just the divine feminine element of creativity and presence. Okay, and then we have Six of Swords. So that is, okay, moving on mentally. See, Dorothy is rowing away from the Island of Stand. The Island of Stand is stagnant. There's nothing available to work with to encourage growth and to seek out the vision of what she wants for her future. So this is a change in your perspective and your mindset, that it's time to move on and take your thoughts in an alternate direction that is in alignment with whatever these swords are representing, in your thoughts, your ideas, your understanding, your perspective. Whatever that it is you are seeking is no longer available in the past. It requires a shift of perspective and active endeavor to think and decide to move on to a new shore, move into a new land for new opportunity and new engagement and new idea. So the point of 6, reciprocity, that's growth, connection, reciprocal nature of exchange, and that is in your thoughts, in the mental body, in your perspective. And then we have the King of Cups. Okay, so that is Pisces. It could be another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But the King of Cups is about being in authoritative mastery of your emotional body. So recognize that there is going to be turbulence in the outskirts. There is something going on over there. There is something going on over here, over there, up there, down there. Anything outside of your realm, you're aware of it, but you're not allowing yourself to be swayed in what you are responsible for and the decisions that you are making for the area of your own dominion. Okay, you are concerned and masterful and adept at emotionally deciding and aligning with what it is that is in your sphere that you are actionable over. Okay, and then we have the crowned feminine and the crowned masculine both on the table. Crowned feminine in activity, crowned masculine in emotionality, and then we have a change of mind and a new vision of perspective in the thoughts in the mental body. At the bottom, we have strength showing up. So this could be a Leo. Leo could be influential to some of you out there. But again, this is how you show up. Your courage, your conviction, your integrity, your physical self, your physical well-being. I think we talked yesterday about how do you physically want to feel in your own life, in your own space, as you're going out and doing the things that it is that you seek to engage with. How do you physically want to feel? And that includes your emotional wellness, and it includes your mental state, and all of that has an effect on the strength of, sort of the heart of you. Because strength I see as sort of the radiant light from within. It's not the sun shining down. It's the radiant light from within. So it's how you shine out into the world. And being well in mind, body, spirit is an integral part of that process. And if there's some imbalance there, recognizing that and accepting it and deciding how you want to bring that into balance is a key part of that process. So consider those things. And at the top of the deck, we have the sun. All right, so this is Leo. Leo's ruled by the sun, but the sun is, the answer is yes. If there's a particular question that you've been asking yourself when the sun shows up, the answer is yes. Exuberant, lighthearted, ebullient, joyful state of being. Everything is illuminated. So yeah, some excitement in what it is that you are endeavoring towards, or an idea that you have that is applying to this Queen of Wands and the Six of Swords. And the King of Cups here in the water element is tempering the sort of, because too much sun is a little harsh. You can get burned up under the sun. Everything's in stark relief, so it can be a little overwhelming. So with the King of Cups here in this emotional element, taking authority over that space tempers this so that you don't get burnt out, especially since you have the strength and the sun working together, all firing up this Queen of Wands. A little bit of tempering with the emotional element is going to be helpful in that respect. And then in the center of deck, we have the Queen of Swords showing up. All right, so that is, again, some tempering in the thoughts. You feeling physically in the space with strength and the Queen of Wands, how you want to show up and, burning bright and shining bright and radiantly. That is lovely, but a little tempering in your emotional body and tempering in the Queen of Swords body. Queen of Swords, she can be a little bit cold, but she is decisive. She is, again, it's a crowned feminine energy. She's decisive. She knows what she wants. She's checking, she's looked into the consequence, because she has there's two edges on that sword. So there's the positive element, the active element, and the progressive element. And there's also the negative element and the destructive element and the, what's the word I'm looking for? The prohibitive element. So there's two edges to that sword. So she doesn't wield it willy-nilly. She doesn't take the decision. She knows what she wants, and she'll take the decision that she's decided upon with conviction and authority. But she does not swing that sword lightly. She takes the time to get the information that she needs and to process that information so that she knows and is in command and assured that the decision that she is deciding to take when she swings that sword is effective and efficient and applicable to what it is her target is, how it aligns with her decision. All right, so there's a lot of boss energy on the table right now. Clarifying this Queen of Wands is, okay, justice. Weighing the scales, taking a bird's eye view of the situation, seeing how everything is connecting, seeing how everything links up. What does the roadmap look like? Where are the hot points of interconnection and development that are going to be available? And where is it going to stagnate? And how do you want to show up in this space? What is it that you expect? And then also, how are things actually playing out? How are they happening in the moments? and what do you see long run. So taking that time to balance the scales with equanimity and equitability and fairness, and from an observational space. Okay. And then we have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Okay, so maybe feeling a little weary, a little guarded. You've done a lot of work to get to this point that you are now, that you can change your mind and take your decision and your perspective and your vision, or your scope of vision, into another direction, into another land. It's taken a lot of work to get there, and you're almost at where you want to be. You're almost at the 10, which is the closing of the cycle. This has brought the cycle to fruition. So you've done all the work, or you've been working on all of the things in the past that have brought you up to this point. We had a lot of review in the 10s this past week, the ending of cycles, the closing of cycles, and sort of a call to analyze how you got to the space that you are right now, so that you know the foundation that you are working from in order to look to the future, which is the Six of Swords. And so that's a point of fruition where you're like, okay, I've done all of these things. This is the experience that I have. These are the issues that I've come across. This is where I've been successful. This is where I've not been successful. This has been a major, an issue for me, or something that the Three of Swords moments. This has been a thing that has consistently sort of come to the surface, that has tried to prohibit me or hold me back, that needs addressing and healing or management, something like that. And with the Three of Cups, this is where I've been successful. This is where I've been rejoiceful and have had bliss and bounty and connection and support. So analyzing all of those things in all of the 10s that have showed up over the past week has brought you to this fruition of the Nine of Wands, where you're a little worn out. You could be a little bit of worse for the wear, but you're at a point where you're on guard and you're still poised, that there's more work to do. There's a next level that you want to go to. So taking time with the Queens and Kings and taking care of your physical, emotional, and intellectual body is the rejuvenation that is called for when you're in a Nine of Swords moments. You've done all of that work. It's come to fruition. We have the 10 of Wands on the table, where it's analyze what you need to release in your behaviors and your routines and the things that you're carrying and feel you need to be responsible for. Reevaluating those things to get rid of dead wood, to get rid of the stuff that no longer applies for you, but you've just been carrying it out of habit. So it's a point of rest, recuperation from all of the work that you've done, with an idea of your vision of the future and what it is that you are deciding to travel in the direction of, to come into connection with. And then we have the King of Cups, clarified by the Six of Wands. That is victory after action, with the intention of carrying on. So it's not stopping at the party and having a high old time. It's like, yes, I appreciate that my efforts are appreciated, that I have had success, that I've come to this point of development and connection and reciprocity with the Six of Wands, but there's still more on this road ahead. So thank you for the accolade. Thank you for the success. I'm grateful that my efforts have proved to be fruitful, but there's still more work to do. So this is supporting me in my future endeavor, and that is reflective of your emotional reign in your life, your emotional body. So accepting that the emotional resonance that is going to bring you into connection with all of the other elements, because that's sort of working toward a foundation of harmony in mind, body, action, or mind, body, and action, emotions, and resonance with your external manifestation. So sort of coming into synchronicity with all of the elements of your life for the next stage of evolution. I like that. I like that very much. All right, and now we have the universe has my back. And that is, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Okay, so that is all in alignment with what I was just talking about, having all of those elements in your life come into connection and synchronicity under your awareness, after your evaluation and acceptance of all of the different elements that have brought you to the point and the foundation from which you are now operating. All right, and all of that is going to aid you and support you and help you to develop that space of generosity for the love and the words and the compassion and the power when there are times where you felt powerless, where you felt helpless, where you felt hopeless, but you worked through it up until this point. You have all of that experience behind you, all of that awareness and education available to you to come to a point of resonance in the moment that will really empower you for how you're going to decide to do things next. Justice is there also to support that as well, because it's taking a view from above and looking at the big picture, seeing how it all connected up, how it was all an aid or a teachable moment or an experience or information or, all of those elements that bring you to the person that you are today and make up that sort of mosaic of who we all are. Everyone has that available to them. Not everyone takes the time to review it and to learn from it and to maybe notice things and consider things in a way that they haven't considered before in order to prepare them for the stages that are coming up. But if this is connecting with you, if this is resonating for you, you now have the opportunity to review your life up until this point in that way. All right, that was delightful. I really enjoyed that. I really like that. I hope that was helpful to you as well. Please subscribe, like, share if you enjoy what's happening here. If you haven't been here before, I've been doing these Teatime and Tarot readings since January, so take a look at the playlist, see if there's anything else that speaks to you that may be helpful or curious or entertaining for you. I will see you guys next time. Bye.